Hi and welcome back to the countertop, and today I'm doing steak tartare from A Very Serious Cookbook. Hi and welcome back. And the recipe I'm doing today is from this book, A Very Serious Cookbook by Jeremiah Stone and Fabian van Hask. They're two executive chefs from Contra and White Air. And the reason I picked this recipe is because it's a very interesting and different way to do steak tartare. It doesn't use eggs, doesn't follow the classic way to do a steak tartare. So I'm very curious to see how this goes and try it. Talking a little bit more about the book itself, it's 85 recipes which they broke down into recipes that they always have on their menus, recipes that sometimes they have on the menus, and recipes that pretty much they don't have in the menus but they like. And also in the end they have a classic containment of interesting recipes that is always good for you to have ready in your pantry. Okay, so let's go for the ingredients. So before going to the ingredients, there's one thing that I like to say. So there's two ingredients here that I prepare in advance, which is the pickled shallot and the smoked paprika oil. I also made some videos of these, which I'm going to start posting in a new series in the channel, which will be called Pantry 101. So soon you'll be seeing these online, but anyway, it's a very easy thing for you to do. Going straight to the ingredients, this is all you need for your steak tartare. Seems a lot, but keep in mind that there are some of the things that we are used to having a steak tartare that is not in here. So let's see what you got here. So you're gonna need 50 grams of unsalted butter, 100 grams of raw buckwheat groats, 250 grams for a top sirloin, and 150 grams for a fattier cut such like ribeye. You're also gonna need 12 grams of the pickled shallots, 40 grams of the smoked paprika oil, 10 sprigs of parsley, 100 grams of a fresh horseradish, 150 grams of smoked cheddar cheese, and 40 grams of raw pecans or chestnuts. All right, so let's start doing. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna melt the butter in a medium frying pan over medium high and add the buckwheat. You're gonna keep tossing these until the butter started to brown and the buckwheat is starting to smelling toasty, just like a popcorn. Probably will take something around 4 minutes. And then you remove from the heat, drain off the butter and set the buckwheat aside. Now it's time to slice our meat. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna get two bowls. It can be the same size or they can be in a different size. One you're gonna put ice and the other one you're gonna put on top of that. This is gonna be where you're gonna put our meat after we slice it. So basically to slice the meat is very simple. You just get the meat and you're gonna get the best knife you can. This is not a math, you don't need a ruler, you don't need anything, but you're gonna try to slice these into cubes for something around 1/4 inch or something 6 millimeters, each one of these little cubes. But again, it's not a math, you don't need a ruler, you just chop it whatever size you feel comfortable. Now that the meat is chopped and here in this double bowl with the ice on the bottom, I'm gonna put this in the fridge while I start chopping the shallots and mixing with the smoked paprika oil. After we chop our shallots and put these together with the pimenton oil and our meat stay in the fridge for a while, now it's time to toss everything. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna drop the pimenton oil and the shallots and you're gonna mix these really well. Then you put the salt and the pepper. Mix again. And that pretty much the base of our steak tartare is ready. Now it's time for us to assemble the dish and that is the moment that we're gonna use all the other ingredients. So very simple. You grab your plate, you put some of the steak tartare in the middle. You sprinkle some of the buckwheat that we toasted before. Some of the leaves of your parsley. And now it's time for you to use a microplane and start grating all the things in that order. So first thing is the horseradish. Now the cheese. And finally, your pecans. And that's it. Now let's try it. So here's our steak tartare. I'm super curious to try out to see how this tastes, considering how different is the preparation. At the same time, as you can see, super easy to do. So I think everyone can do it. So let's try it. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to be that good. Love these buckwheat toasts here, like gives you the necessary crunch. The smoked paprika oil and the shallots balance itself and covers the fact that we don't have olive oil or the eggs. And all the other things like just bring more flavor and more information to this. So this is amazing. This is probably my go-to recipe now for steak tartare instead of the classic one, because honestly, this is super good. Super good. Again, thanks for watching. Please don't forget that starting next week or probably early in the week after, I'm starting the new series here. So I will keep the recipes one, but also adding the Pantry 101 series. I hope you guys like it. Please, of course, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget in the comments what you like and what you don't like. And see you next week. Bye.